The body, the mind. The body, the mind. At what point, right? At what point, at what point can we see the difference between the body and the mind? When do we begin to choose? What is the balance? The balance is 100, 100. There is no cheating either the body nor the mind. But what is it to understand the balance? If every particular has a balance, and the totality between two sides, negotiated or better understood by the created link, which is 3, okay, 1 in between 2, because everything in numbers works by halves. 1 is a whole of in between of 2 area space. So we have to ask ourselves, is 5 the maximum we can have, or is it just 4? Just 4. 4 on the left, 4 on the right, 8 total. 1 in the center or joining the 2, as they are not together yet until they share the area space of 2 sides, creating a new and brand new space for 1. The birth of 2 sides creating 9, 414. Look it up, Sesame Street, 4114, Grover Cleveland on the pole. I bring to you games people play in numerologic reality of the exchange of words for numbers, letters and positions in binary, letters and Fibonacci and numbers, in the game of pool and Monopoly and chess for area space, 64 area space, 32 on each side. But the minute the first pawn moves up 2 spaces, he counts for all the spaces on that line, or just for the area space plus the neighbor beside it. Because otherwise, if it moved 2 next to your 2, not facing you, you can now eat a piece in chess, telling us a different story. Combining all the stories, and there's not as many stories as there are possibilities of creation, so therefore the computer would have absolutely no problem once we figure out the mathematics and the realities of creation and the exotic possibilities of numeric and alphabetic transition between one world and the next, knowing that it's as close to the sun, the moon, and the earth, knowing that 1/4 and 214 creates the bad cat of 1 and 4, which is the DNA, and the 2 is the beta world, 1 and 2. 1, 1 and 1, 1, 10, 19, 1, 1 and 1. Or we can actually do it in gematria where 1, 1 and 1, or let's go gematria where 1, 1 and 1 is A, and A, or it's A, H, and O. Aho, Ahova, Ahova, move over. 1, 1, 1 and 1. A, H, O, V, and then 29 for birth, 11. AA, double batteries. Moving on in. Twins, 2 to ignite 1 light. 1 light to ignite 2. 1 light to continue on and to have its own path and ignite 2, carrying on the other 2 into the other life. The yellow spot here on my head, igniting to carry on the other life and having a life of its own, either by reflecting and changing the color of our face, being a shadow in our look or from our look, or being the carrier, just like a horn on an animal. Do you remember the pig? 2 pigs on a dice from the last video? Coming on in space with ham radio, Maharaja, Heaven's Angel Birth, HAR, 1 and 8, Maharaja, altered current 1 and 3 when the B world is carried by 1 light, where number A and C now gets E, BE, BEH. What is the moving heaven? How big should our mouth open before we can no longer go out through the sky? and into the altar worlds. We possess in this world the body, time, heaven, creation, the joining of the cells of vibration. THC 2831 283 alternate heavens. Kirch 2 and 8 beta heaven. 2, 8 and 3 13 altered current. 20 world. T and Y 20 doesn't begin at 10T, but it begins at 20, where 10T is part of 10, 10, and 10. When you have 20, you now automatically either put 1 at the bottom to create the triangle, then the replica triangle. From 2, you end up with 6, because you need to have the, from 2 you end up with 6. 2 you end up with 6. 2 you end up with 6. From the 2 you end up with the 1. Then you have the 1 on the other side, and then you end up with the 1s in the center creating the Magen David, but you put the circle in the center of it. I can't explain that right now. I had the vision, I lost it. Now it sounds like I'm making it up. And that was from Time, Heaven, Creation, and THC, because that's what it actually does. That's what I think. Oh my God, where did he come from? Imagine if I had, oh my God, I look like a bear. Oh my God, I look like a bear. Time, Heaven, Creation, THC 28, 31, 25. When I spoke about 25, I talk about B, beta heaven. 25, B and E, creates 10, 17, creates the queen, creates the gateway, creates 10 and 7. 10 and 7, Jesus, heavens, Christ. 10 and 7, the gateway. 10 and 7 equals to 3, C, JC, JCH. Anyways, let's just leave it at that. 7 minutes. It just keeps going and going, and I just want to stop because I can keep going, but for how long can you listen? For how long can you grimp onto my reality before you have to go and get another glass of milk? Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. A read inside what has already been created. Thank you for watching.